What's going on, and welcome to episode 3 of The Audacious Dutchman. Once again joined by Monique. How you going? Doing good?
I'm
Doing good? That's good.
It's late.
It is late. We got the kids to bed, which is awesome. And we get to sit out here, have a glass of wine, which is nice. Don't forget to bring that close.
I didn't ask how you are. How are you going?
Yeah, I'm doing well. I think I might be getting sick, but...
He says as he
I know, right?
has a large mega pint of wine.
Well, you poured me this wine,
Just to
so...
throw back to the last episode.
Yeah. Alright.
I didn't pour you that wine. That was my fault.
Yeah. Alright, cool. Let's get stuck in and let's watch the first video.
An Oklahoma referee who is calling foul on the bad behavior of parents at their kids' games by posting videos like this online. We first learned about it in the New York Times. Paula Ferris here with the details.
Tough to watch. Hey, good morning, George. Good morning, everyone. Yes, this ref is posting these videos to hold parents accountable for creating a toxic environment at youth sporting events. The abuse has become so bad that the National Association of Sports Officials says over 70% of refs quit the job within the first few years. They are the sideline antics, giving new meaning to poor
So these
sport.
parents
Oh, that's the parents.
are beating the fuck out of each other.
literally.
At,
I
like,
was
this-
watching their
like a
kids
Saturday
play
Oz
Little
kick.
I don't know why,
Soccer.
but it didn't.
And now
click
an
that they were
Oklahoma
parents,
father and
and then
referee is attempting to
literally says it on
stop
the screen.
parents.
So it's literally like...
Soccer
they're not...
dads on tilt.
Yeah, literally, they're like, oi, nah, your son's like, I don't know, hogging the ball or whatever, and like, then dads are just like beating the fuck out of other dads. How good's
That
that?
makes so much more sense than a whole bunch of kids beating each other up. That's just normal.
The father and referee is attempting to stop parents from acting like out-of-control
not
children
water.
by publicly shaming them on this website.
The fact that we
And
want
taste
our
like
kids
dish.
to love the sport, instead of yelling and screaming like every other crazy parent out there, go pull your kid if you don't like it.
Brian Barlow is offering $100 for videos that show parents acting
Wow.
foul on the sidelines. Barlow then posts
What
these
kind of
videos
money
to
does a referee
Facebook,
get
his
paid
page
for?
featuring this soccer spectator.
Ref, you are horrible! You are horrible!
So
And
this
this
slamming the
all-out
ref.
brawl.
Fucking go! Clap him.
It's more than no tolerance. It's substance to no tolerance. Like, this is what happens if you act like this. This is what could happen. You could end up on a video that ends up on offside on Facebook, that ends up in front of 250,000 people.
I don't think that's
According to the
stopping them, I'll be
National
honest.
Association of Sporting Officials, nearly 40% of
That'd egg
officials
me
believe
on.
parents cause the
He
most
just wanna try
problems
and
with
get on the
sportsmanship.
video.
Both, yeah.
And over
trying to get them
64%
together.
of refs have had to eject spectators from youth games for bad behavior. As for Barlow, he says parents' aggressive behavior is creating a shortage of youth soccer referees. And his videos are already changing their behavior towards referees.
In the moment, you don't realize what you look like or how you act. So when you go back and you do see how you acted,
It's a news
that
story, it's
changes
3 minutes.
behavior.
Oh my goodness.
So you may have noticed a shortage of refs or umps at your kids' games. Maybe they were canceled because of it. Let's talk about that for a moment because it's a vicious cycle. A shortage of refs might
No, I'm
lead
not
to
sure I
bad
care about the shortage
officiating
of
because
refs.
of inexperienced refs being
No,
sent in.
I
But
don't care about the
Aren't
shortage
they
of refs.
volunteers?
So they were painting it like a bad thing. I can't, so our kid's how old? 3 months now, yeah? I can't think of anything worse than going to fucking Oz kick and watching a whole bunch of 6-year-old. What?
Oh, I was just imagining, we want to put this kid in jiu-jitsu, right? Or like
Yeah.
some kind of martial arts. Can you imagine going to a martial arts? Do they have tournaments? What do they have? I think they have tournaments or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's the parents who are...
I don't think I'd be getting involved with
No.
martial arts
No.
dads. I'll take on like fucking big fat Kev, who's watching
Yeah,
the Oz
Oz
kick,
kick.
but I don't think like the fucking face
Tyson.
tattoo guy Tyson, who's got his
The
little
Mary Tyson.
his fucking child that bites all the other kids.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be taking him on. Not a
I don't think
chance.
so either.
That's not a good move. But nah, for sure. Like, can you imagine? So I'm not a fighter. I wouldn't get involved in the fight, but I'd sure as shit pull my phone out if I saw
Yeah.
two parents
And then
beating the
sell
shit
it
out of
to
each
this
other.
bloke, apparently,
Seriously,
for
it's Saturday
$100.
morning, yeah? Saturday morning, you got to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to take your kids to Oz kick, yeah? And you got to sit down, you got to watch them fucking... Oh, I can't even handle the ball. And then these two dads just fucking wail on each other.
They're
That would
just
be
very
so
bored.
good.
They're very bored.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, actually, what's
Doesn't-
going on in their brain
right?
that like that's like the most
It's like
important thing?
dance mums.
Literally,
but, like,
yeah,
soccer dads.
Yeah, that's soccer dads.
Yeah.
For sure. I've heard stories of people we know. I wonder if you know who I'm talking about.
No, you got to keep talking. I don't know the story. Tell me
Yeah,
the story,
okay,
and then I'll tell you if I know.
Who got very angry at a basketball game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But they never did anything. But fuck, it would have been priceless if that ended up with two mums like just.
Oh, it's the mums. I thought it was the
It's
dads.
no.
It was the dad.
No, it's the mum.
Oh really?
You know who I'm talking about, yeah?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I thought you meant it was the dad.
It was her, it wasn't him.
Oh.
No.
Of course.
No.
Why do I feel like that's not an isolated incident though?
Yeah.
If they're doing it once, they're doing it multiple times.
Yeah.
It's not like a
Look, I think-
one. It's not a.
I think, yeah, if
the word?
you're
Single
gonna hit someone in the head once over a sports game, like your kid's sports game, you got form.
Yeah.
And you're gonna hit your kid in the head.
Yeah.
Like that's
I
what
think
you're
so
gonna
too.
do. Yeah. So that's a nice little segue into what I thought we could talk about today, which is parenting. So we've just become parents.
So we are far from experts.
For
and
sure.
We're not approaching this with advice. It's
How have you found bonding with I was gonna say his name, our son so far?
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it instant for you?
For me, it was instant. I know that's not the case for every woman, and for me, I attribute it to our birth in general.
Yep.
That I was unmedicated. I was completely in the present.
Yeah, so what did you do? How did you give birth? How was it different to a normal birth?
I had a water birth, but it was physiological water birth, which is very not rare
In the
nowadays.
hospital?
Yeah, but it was in the hospital.
And what's a water birth mean? So they run the bath?
Yeah, so you just labour. You can't labour the whole time in the bath because it's very dehydrating. Because obviously you're in hot water and you need electrolytes and hydration for labour. But I'm talking to you like you weren't in the room. You were very much in the room the whole time.
Yeah, I definitely was.
You caught him.
But the listener wasn't.
No, the listener was not.
Yes.
Yeah, so I had it in the water. I was only really in the water for the pushing phase, right? Like, I feel like just as I started to push was after we
Not
just got into the
initially.
water. What? What do you mean?
The first hour.
Oh, was I in the water for an hour before pushing?
No, you were not in the water.
Oh, right. But I wasn't
first
pushing,
hour.
But I wasn't pushing in the shower.
So Mon had a birth plan, which was to do it in the bath. And I call the hospital at 7:30 and I say, I think we're going to come in the next 3 hours. And they say, call us when you're on the way because you have to call ahead and get them to fill the bath.
The bath takes a while, and if
Nah.
you don't warn them, it can be the difference between you getting the bath and not getting the bath because
Yeah.
they might not.
So that's
have
why I
the
called
water
ahead.
held
And I was like, yeah, okay, cool. We're probably going to come in, I reckon, like, any time between, like, 9 and 12 is what I said. And they said, yeah, call us when you're on the way and we'll start filling the bath. So, and the reason Mon laboured at home for so long is...
I just wanted to. I wanted to be comfortable. I wanted to
Yeah.
be comfortable. We wanted a home birth. That wasn't really. We decided against it, but yeah, I just wanted.
You
to be
wanted as little
comfortable.
intervention as
yeah,
possible.
I didn't want.
So you can
intervention,
control what's
basically.
going on
Yeah.
at the house. And we made the call at about 10 o'clock to go in and he was born at 1 o'clock?
1:30. Yeah.
1:30. So yeah, you were in the hospital for 3.5 hours before
Yeah.
he
I
was
think we got
born.
there at 10:30.
Okay, so 3
It was
hours.
3 hours because I think it was an hour and a half of pushing, and before that it was just kind of like
Yep.
you get there, they look at you, they ask what your birth plan is, all that kind of stuff. So it was like an hour and a half kind of just passed. I think.
Anyway,
You continue. Yeah.
so I call to say, we're coming in, fill up the bath. They go, nope. Why? Because someone's in the bath.
Someone's in both baths. Like there's two
There's
baths.
two baths and they're both occupied.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet. So I had the foresight to not tell my wife as I drove her to the hospital that the bath was unavailable. Thinking I'll buy some time, like 15 minutes to the hospital. We'll fuck about for 15 minutes. Like it'll be half an hour closer. Also, I didn't want to break the news to the pregnant lady because I think you would have killed the messenger.
No, I would not have. I honestly, even when they told me that the bath was unavailable, I was like, like eyes on the prize. Like, don't think about it. I was like, okay, if I
You're
have
pretty
to give
good.
birth in this shower, then I will.
Yeah. I'd like to pause briefly. You're probably hearing a
Yeah.
in the background. I don't know if it's coming on. We've got the baby monitor because the kids are asleep inside at the moment. We're filming this at night because the last one was really hard to get through. It was a 49-minute
busy
episode
today,
and it
though.
was like 2.5
busy.
hours. Yeah. It was 2.5 hours. So we're filming this after, it's 7:46 at night now. So we're filming it after his bedtime for that reason. So we get there, the bath's not available, and so you can't have an epidural in the bath.
You can't have anything in the bath.
So we get there, and we're not in the bath, and you can't have an epidural. So, like, straight away, Mon's like, I need to get in the water. So we go in the shower that's in the room, yeah? And I'm standing there.
I can't believe we're telling a story.
Yeah, why not? Is this okay?
It's fine.
We don't have to.
I think I like telling it because I like women to know they can do it. Because it's fucking hard.
Yeah.
And I like them to hear you can do it, and also like for men to know, okay, this is how I can support a woman having a natural physiological birth.
Yeah. So I'm standing there. This woman's like making some noises I've never heard before. Actually, preface that. Mon wasn't really making noises. She was like, ow! And I'm like, okay, like, I get it. Like, that's what it's going to sound like. And then we get there, and this fucking woman sounds like... I was like, someone needs to just put her down. Like, she was making some noises.
It sounded like an exorcism.
Yeah, she's like...
Which, by the way, for birthing women...
And it was like literally that long.
Having
and I was
your range
like,
up high is the complete opposite of what you want to do. You want to be low. You want to... It's like you're literally trying to push them downward by going low with your voice.
Anyway, so I make this face. So I'm hearing like, ah! That's going on in the background. And I look at the woman behind the counter and I go, and she goes, that'll be your wife soon. I went, oh, fuck me.
I do not
And
remember
it wasn't.
this.
No, you were in the bathroom.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, and it wasn't that far after. Like, things just went like that straight
It was
away.
so quick, which apparently is very rare. Usually, if you change environment, you slow down your labor. But I was like so far gone at this point that it was like nothing.
You were cooked?
Nothing was slowing me down. Like I was.
Yeah, okay.
I was getting this baby out.
So we put you in the shower and I'm literally hosing you. And it's like if a dog was playing in the mud outside and you had to hose it off before it came back inside. And it's like, and it was dark because like you don't want like lights on. So I'm in this.
Oh no, we did turn lights
No,
on.
the lights were
didn't we?
off.
Yeah.
I'm in this dark room and I'm hosing you as you're like writhing in agony. And I'm like, fuck, this is grim. This is real grim.
It felt grim at that point.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
I was like,
I was
this
starting
is-
to think like.
I was like, holy shit.
And I had just stood in the waiting room. By the way, you get into the waiting room at the hospital and you stand there and they're like, oh, what's your name? Okay, cool. Well, do you have your folder?
Do you have your
and you're like,
folder?
no, I don't have my folder.
My folder?
My husband has my folder. Literally, you're like writhing in agony.
I didn't know anything about any folder.
Like, I was like full... my contractions, I swear there was no break between them. They
Mm-hmm.
were lasting like 90 seconds. There was almost no break. And I'm standing there with nothing to lean on, which if you've had a baby, you can't just like stand there. Like it makes everything worse. And I just was like standing there, not having anything, walking, like pacing around in circles alone because the doula and Andy were still parking the cars. And this woman's like, where's your folder? And I was like, are you kidding me right now? I'm not thinking about my folder.
Yeah.
And then she walks in, she goes, I'll just go check your file.
It was
on the
that
computer."
lackadaisical
And I was like, why could you not
Starbucks
have done that
energy
in the
as well.
start?
It was literally like you're at Starbucks
Why
and
did
they're
I
like,
have to bring my folder if it's on the computer? This is 2023.
Welcome to Starbucks.
Yeah, literally. It was so
Have you
chill.
got your folder?
Meanwhile, anyway, we had troubles with her. That was
one's
what's
that?
her name? The older lady, the older midwife.
Jilly the fuckstick.
Yeah, literally, it was her.
No, I'm going to shame her on the internet. She was the devil.
She was just old school. She was very old school.
She was a fucking mole. Anyway.
She was old school.
Anyway, to cut a long story short, we ended up in the bath after an hour. You had the kid. It was wonderful. And interestingly, when you got in the bath, the entire experience changed straight away, just like that. Like, I know I was less anxious because I was like, fuck, this is grim. Like, this is bad. Like, wanting to do this naturally is a bad idea. Get this bird some drugs. Like,
I will
get
say,
her
though,
sitting down.
The reason the mood changed was because the midwives knew my birth plan and they were so supportive. They were like, fuck yeah, let's do this. And then the doula also did a beautiful job of I swear, I watched her, I was so out of it, but I watched her race into the bath, like to the room, and she was putting all these fake candles around. She was making sure our music was on. Like, she made sure...
It's trees.
She made sure the environment was, like, set for me. And so I walked in there and I got into the bath and it was like the energy just chilled out. Like, everything just became what it was supposed to be in the first place.
Yeah.
Which was, like, quiet, relaxing. Yep. Relaxing is probably a strong word for what it was, but, like, empowering. It was supposed to be empowering. It was supposed to be really special.
Yep, and it was really good. We couldn't recommend it enough if you want to go down that route. We're actually going to have a guest on next week.
Oh, she's coming next week?
She's coming next week. Oh, no, the week after, technically. She's coming next week, but the episode will be out.
Right.
Unless my guest tomorrow bails. And she has...
He has form.
I love you, man, but you've got form for bailing. You're about as reliable as an old Alfa Romeo. Yeah. Anyway, he'll come. He'll have fun. I told him there's plenty of beer in the fridge.
Nice.
And he's like, oh, Uber. So he might be a bit smashed, but he'll come. He'll come. Yeah, no, it was good. And you've bonded with the kid really well.
Yeah, I think, as I was saying, like, because I had no drugs masking all of the natural all the natural hormones that you get when you have your baby. So I think...
Did you bond immediately?
Absolutely. Yep. Like, the moment that you put him on my chest, I looked at him and I was like, that's insane. Like, I can't put it into words. I can't tell you what it feels like. Because it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I think I feel very lucky that I did bond straight away. I think I literally think if you didn't have that bonding moment, you'd really struggle to comprehend your birth, because it is, no matter how beautiful and empowering it is fucked up. It's fucked.
We wouldn't do it again.
No,
not a chance. Would you? If something goes really wrong, and you're pregnant again, would you do the same?
So I joke that if I had to do it again, I would be taking the epidural. But I think if it, like, when push came to shove, it would be no. I would still do nothing.
Really?
Like, yeah, I think at the end of the day, I would still not choose any other way. I probably would go a home birth, to be honest, or a free birth. Like, knowing that I've done it, I was safe, everything was fine, my body can do it, I trust it.
Yeah.
You know.
That's really cool. I like that.
Yeah.
I took a lot longer to bond with the kid. I think this is a really good one for dads to hear.
Yeah.
And
it gets better.
Yeah. I anticipated that I would bond with him straight away. And he'd be my little man. But no, to be honest with you, and I've heard from a couple of other dads that this is a really common thing. I didn't bond with him. I think I just unplugged my microphone.
I was going to say, what's that noise? I thought it was the monitor, and I was like, that's not good.
Yeah, I unplugged my microphone.
When? Just then?
Yeah, but it's back on now. I was trying to charge my phone. That won't be happening. I didn't bond with him straight away. To be honest with you, I found the first 4 to 6 weeks quite challenging. You have to step up a lot. It's a big change. It's a really big change. And there's what you knew, you have to kiss away. Gee, I sound like I was going to cry then. I just got a croak in my voice. You have to kiss a lot away. Even little things.
Yeah.
Even little things. And I found there was very little reward in the first 1 to 2 months. He doesn't smile. He doesn't laugh. He doesn't really look at you for the first 3 weeks.
He sleeps so much.
And you just look at this, frankly, empty vessel. And
he sleeps and he feeds.
And you go, fuck, this is going to be a slog. This is going to be a slog. But, and I've heard different opinions, I've heard a guy say, like, first 12 to 18 months were grueling. For me, it was like, now, I love that little man. I can't wait to come home. Honestly, I love him so much.
When he's asleep, we're like, come on, wake up.
Yeah, I know, right? I'll come home and he'll be asleep on Mum's chest, and I'll be like, this is a stitch up.
Yeah.
Such a stitch up. But...
And his laughter is like,
oh,
it's
man,
crap.
he laughed for a minute. Like, literally 1 minute. We filmed the whole thing.
I think it was longer, or did you see the...
I filmed it. It was 1 minute 6.
Oh, damn, it felt like forever. It
Yeah,
felt like
and
it
he was
wouldn't
just
stop.
laughing in the bath. And I was...
At nothing.
Yeah. And those are the really special moments that people will tell you about, and they'll say, having kids will change your life. Look, it definitely does change your life. I think you really need to be ready when you have them. And when I say ready, I think go and enjoy yourself. That's what I mean when I say ready. Like, go and enjoy yourself. I never traveled. I've never left the country. I would say go travel. I should have tried an open mic or a couple of open mics or been working on that element of my life before having him. Because now it's really hard. Because going out and doing an open mic means I have to drive to the city, which is an hour away. I have to sign up at 7:30 and wait 3 hours, which is 8:30, 9:30, 10:30. And then if I leave directly at the end, so you're not talking to any of the comics, you're not saying thank you to no networking at all,
anyway.
then you're home at 11:30.
And that doesn't sound
So
dramatic.
6:30 till 11:30, you're gone, and you're like, yeah, who cares? You must have like an overbearing wife. But in that time, you've been home all week with him. I've been at work. So from Mon's perspective, I've been out. I've been fucking around doing my thing and building my career. And she's been at home. And now on a Saturday or Sunday night, I want to go out and, like, nighttime is the time when I can actually do something. So it is hard, but we'll work around it. We'll work it out.
And on the flip side, I would say my experience has been similar but different, is that I think before I had him, I don't want to say I was like doing nothing for the past 10 years. Like, that's absolutely not the case. I've done a lot in the past 10 years. I've tried a lot of things, but
What have you tried? Give us an
in terms of,
example.
like, careers, like,
Anything else?
Worked in a law firm.
Anything else?
I worked in a law firm. I've done different jobs. I've done, I've traveled a little bit, not very much. I would have liked to have traveled more, but having a kid made me go, oh shit, what do I really want? And when I worked that out, I was like, I'm doing a disservice to my son if I go through the rest of my life not having done that.
Yeah.
Like, if I just go, I'm a mum now, like, I just have to do the safe thing. I just have to do what I've been doing. I have to live the way I've been living. It was actually like, it was like a kick up my ass. Like, from now, like, I'm giving myself a grace period. I'm like, I've just had a baby. Physically, I need to recover. Emotionally, I'm learning how to mother him. But when I feel ready, and I think that time is coming, then that's my time to be like, okay, I have to show my son that I put my money where my mouth is. When I tell him to chase his dream, then I can say I chased mine. Yeah. So
That's cool.
That's like kind of on the flip side to you of saying, I wish I'd have done this. I'm like, it doesn't matter what I have done. It's about what I do from here.
100%. There are some tough medical decisions you have to make. We've made 2 tough medical decisions so far. And for some people out there, I reckon they'll be like, those are not tough medical decisions at all, because they've probably had tougher. But I like to think of
That,
the worst.
Some people think
the worst thing you've ever experienced is the worst thing you've ever experienced. And for us at that time, the worst thing we'd ever experienced was this. Now, they might sound like routine things, routine procedures. But when he came out, well, he didn't come out, but when he was born, when he was gifted unto us, he had showed signs of a potential infection, and we had to make the choice of doing some antibiotics. So
I think a lot of people also think, oh, well, that's fine. Like, you had to do it because that could have saved his life. We are very conservative when it comes to just doing interventions. Obviously, like, you can tell I had a very, like, natural birth, and that's really how we try and approach things as much as possible. So for us, we had to go against our personal beliefs to do the best thing for our son, and I think that's such an interesting thing, is, like, you have to, at the end of the day, he's the most important thing, and his well-being and, like, life is so much more important, and it, like, you can say, oh, boo-hoo, like, just fucking give him the antibiotics, but
Why did we
was
not
still
want to do
hard.
that? Let's talk about the reason we hesitated.
it can mess up with your gut health. It just has, antibiotics are not good. You want to avoid them as much as possible. Like, for the first thing to go into his body to be destroying any bacteria he has in his gut. Is that rain? No. Is no good. So, yeah, that was a tough decision for us, but at the same time, you just have to act quick. You don't know with babies. So I would definitely say that's been one of the hardest things about parenthood, actually, is not, people say, like, oh, you don't sleep, you don't, like, they cry, whatever. That's not hard. That's nothing.
No.
It's having the responsibility to keep him safe, and you have to put aside your own personal beliefs in order to love them the best.
100%. And we also just cut his tongue tie, which was a long labour decision.
3 months exactly. It was literally 3 months of his life, and we did it on the third month. Like
Yeah, we waited a long time, off the back of the advice of our lactation consultant. She was keen to see us not have to do it. 0.5% of all babies. So what a tongue tie is the frenulum.
The frenulum, yeah.
Frenulum.
Like, if you look at under your tongue and you've got that, like, that, like, little bit of skin.
Yep.
A tongue tie is when it's, like, quite far forward. So, like, almost to the tip, and some are to the tip, so it reduces your tongue mobility, so you can't feed efficiently.
Yeah, so he was struggling to feed, which meant he wasn't gaining weight quickly enough. Feeding was a bit of a chore. You fed him for 2 hours once, and he was still not
full.
full.
Like, he was never getting off. If I didn't take him
Bottle
off,
feeding him was hard. Like, the whole kit was really hard. And he could potentially have had something.
A speech impediment.
Yeah, speech impediment. So that's why we made the call, and we're glad we made the call. It's one of those ones where I think with parenting you have to do a risk analysis. This is what I do. I consider the total risk of all decisions, and then I try and work out which is the least risky of all the decisions, and then I choose that one. So that's why we did it, because nothing, like, we could have cut his tongue tie and still, like, maybe he's a lazy feeder, or maybe maybe mum's milk supply is not good enough. Like, it could have been a myriad of things, but we did a risk analysis and decided that the risk was worth it, and we did it, and it seems to have paid off. But even if it didn't pay it off, I think we would have made the right decision.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
My brother said this to me. I don't know when he told me, but at the time I didn't understand because I wasn't a parent. But he said there's no perfect decisions, and everything you do, even if you make the right choice for you, you're still dealing with the consequences of that decision. So
Correct.
There's still going to be negative ramifications for any decision you make. So for us with the tongue tie, it was the risk of it not working out. It was him. The whole tongue tie cutting experience is not very pleasant.
No.
I'm thinking of the trauma he will potentially have.
Well, that's a
yes,
good
we
one to
made
talk
the
about,
right
actually.
decision in the long run, but it's not without consequences, and that's something I didn't understand. And it's okay. It's not like a sad thing. It's just understanding, and actually, it's a good thing because it makes you feel like no matter what decision I make, it'll be good and bad.
We're big believers.
What does the screen say?
Recording has stopped automatically.
Why?
I don't know.
Do you want to press?
We might actually take a break. We're having a couple of technical difficulties. All right.
I don't remember where we were up to.
Nah, we're gonna start
We're
at a
gonna switch
different point.
gears? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. We were getting too serious.
Yeah. Okay. We are gonna switch gears because that was 30 minutes of real serious dry. I know what we're going to do.
Yeah.
We're going to do my favourite segment of the show. This is a long, fabled segment in the show, and, well, let's just cut to the chase. It is I Apologise.
Oh, yes, I'm so excited.
I Apologise.
He came in the other night and he said, I am excited for the I Apologise section because I have to apologise to you about something.
Yeah, it happened that night, and so what happened was... so after the last episode, I think it was after the last episode, we had takeaway for dinner. Do you remember that? I got a pizza and you got Betty's Burger salad or something like
Yeah,
that.
that's right, yeah.
No. It's fish and chips.
With Mum and Dad.
It's fish and chips with Mum and Dad.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So we had fish and chips with Mum and Dad. I was just feeling terrible afterwards. I noted to you, I was like, oh, I feel like,
Yeah.
oof, a bit secondhand.
Yeah.
Well, to cut a really long story short, I went to the bathroom. I was in there for a really long time. Really, really long time. I was feeling horrible.
What was I doing? I didn't notice.
Oh, really?
I didn't notice.
Oh,
Or
I might
did,
not have
it's
to
just
apologise then.
No, keep going.
Well-
You're going to apologise.
Well, I left and you were busting for the toilet.
Oh, was I?
Yeah, so you followed my set.
I didn't even notice.
And I went in there. You went in there and I was like, fuck me, let's say a prayer for our brothers. So I apologise to
didn't even
you.
notice.
Man, I damaged
I was
the
probably
Dalton.
so desperate. I was like, whatever. Like, I can't believe you just...
That was tragic.
We don't talk about these things.
Yeah, well, I needed to apologise though. So that is my
You're forgiven.
fantastic. Ooh, we don't usually do forgiveness on I apologise. Usually I just
Apologise.
apologise.
You don't actually care about their forgiveness.
No, not really. Nope. Anyway, on that note, I think, the next bit.
You have
The
no other
next
apologies this week?
No, because I was wonderful this week. I didn't wrong anyone. There are some people that can apologise to me. Some motorists who wronged me this week. Fuck sticks.
Anytime you drive on a Saturday, there are some motorists who will have wronged you.
Sundays.
Sundays are worse.
Sundays. Yep.
Yeah.
No, so, the next bit. Oh dear.
What?
We might not be able to,
Oh, you didn't load all the posts?
I did, and then the computer died.
Well, do you want a hotspot?
I am hotspotting.
Let's try mine.
Oh, no.
Try mine.
It's, dropped out. Oh,
If
yeah.
you can't get it on yours, try mine.
We'll see.
Allow. I'm just going to allow you to use mine. I have 2 bars, so.
Oh, here we go. Wonderful. I make love to men, but in the imagination. Letter shows by Barack Obama.
So, I mean, we all knew.
I
but,
make
like,
love
it's so
to
unfortunate
men
that it's-
daily, but in the imagination, letter shows. So that's good.
Oh, and then we have a
Old mate.
mugshot of Sir Trump.
DJT. Former President Barack Obama wrote of his own androgynous mind and making love to men daily, but in the imagination, according to the redacted portion of the now notorious 1982 letter obtained by the Post. This was written by the New York Post and has been promoted in this country by 9 Now. The more than 40-year-old letter to an ex-girlfriend recently resurfaced after the Obama biographer David Garrow gave a long and winding interview on the one-time Commander-in-Chief. In regard to homosexuality, I must say that I believe this is an attempt to remove oneself from the present, a refusal perhaps to perpetuate the endless farce of earthly life. You see, I make love to men daily, but in the imagination. Obama, then 21, wrote to Alex McNear in November 1982. So that's what he wrote to his missus.
I am bamboozled.
You're bamboozled.
I'm bamboozled.
Wonderful. And then you go
All
down.
very weird.
My mind is androgynous. Androgynous meaning... You told me earlier.
Female and
Yeah,
male,
yeah.
qualities.
Parts.
Qualities, not parts. It's
It's-
not physical. It's Oh no, it is physical.
It's physical.
But it's not. It's not.
I
What's the word when
googled.
they have
I had the
hermaphrodite?
definition.
It's not a hermaphrodite.
It's
like,
a hermaphrodite.
No, it's not. It's like it's when someone has like qualities that are androgynous. So they might have like a face that can lean female and male.
We're just going to.
There was a trend maybe 10
We're
years
just
ago
going
about
to read
androgynous models.
the definition.
Okay.
Partly male and partly female in appearance of indeterminate sex. So it's a hermaphrodite. So
They used
Obama.
to call models androgynous, and they weren't hermaphrodites.
Maybe there were Z's.
Maybe,
Yeah.
but I didn't think they were. I think it was just about how they looked was very male, like it wasn't distinctly male or distinctly female. Anyway,
My mind is androgynous to a great extent. So has a Willy and a meow. But I hope to make it more so until I can. But I hope to make it more so until I can think in terms of people, not women as opposed to men, but in returning to the body. I see that I have been made a man, and physically in life, I choose to accept the contingency, he added. So he's a transvestite that has decided to ignore it. A transgender person, sorry. I don't think
Yeah.
you're allowed to say transvestite.
well, a transvestite is physical, isn't it? Well, what is a transvestite? What's the difference?
So transvestite is the old word for transgender.
Is it really?
But we're not allowed to say the vestite bit anymore
Why?
because it's just a bit pejorative.
Okay.
Vestite
Alright.
is a bit pejorative.
Okay.
McNear, who dated Obama during his year at Occidental College in LA, later reacted to the salacious paragraphs which Pulitzer Prize winning historian Garrow hunted down and included in his tome Rising Star. The letter is currently owned by Emory University, which doesn't permit it to be photographed or removed. Instead, Garrow's friend, Harvey Kleur, transcribed the paragraphs by hand and sent them to the author. What a good dude. Provided the redacted portion of the letter to the Post. Obama, a father of two, has been married to his wife Michelle since 1992. Garrow said there was nothing unusual about Obama's youthful musings. I'm a historian, not a psychologist, but I think it's public record news that a vast majority of human beings have sexual fantasies, he said via email. A rep for the former president did not respond to a request for comment.
But daily? And why does he feel the need to make a note of it? He's written, I fantasize about men daily. Which means his mind is, like, swarming with these fantasies of men.
Yeah.
That's not like, oh, once a day. He just goes, oh, I wonder what I'd like to be with a man. He's like,
Yeah, look,
he's fantasizing.
if I said to my dad, hey dad, I fantasize about men daily, he would say, in no uncertain terms, you're as gay as an onion.
I feel bad for his spouse.
Yeah. Well, speaking of his spouse, now this is a big, big conspiracy fucking rabbit hole we're about to go down. So there has been some conjecture, historically, that Michelle Obama
He's a Michael Obama.
yeah. You used to be a man. The IT crowd.
I really don't know. It doesn't really, at the end of the day.
We have some evidence for the people. We have some evidence for the people.
For this conversation.
See, Pappy.
You knew I was going to say this, didn't you?
See, Pappy. So we have, so what's her face? Michelle went on Ellen a couple of years ago now, and she did a dance, and there is allegedly a clip of her dancing and her pants sort of bunch up in a way, you know how it goes, and there's a willy.
Okay, so
the reason I'm aware of this clip is my
searched it.
sweet beautiful, caring, lovely Christian mother sent me this clip, which is very out of character. I've never had my mother send me, well, frankly, dick pics before. It was a bit of a weird day. But yeah, she. Well, I don't have the video, but what I have is what I think is quite a funny. Someone's sort of pulled this.
They hang low.
Look, they do like it. There is a there's something there. But like, I don't know, we've all been there. Like, there's a Larry David episode about this. Like, literally episode 1 of Curb Your Enthusiasm, remember? With the pleating in the pants?
Yeah.
It's a thing. I'm just trying to be pro Michelle.
Yeah, I was scrolling Instagram the other day, and I came across... What?
Keep talking, give me the one.
Oh.
I was pointing at the one. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah.
I was scrolling Instagram, which I do. I have to breastfeed quite a lot, and I sit there and I scroll Instagram. But I came across an influencer. I don't want to shit talk this influencer. I have to feed in 2 hours. But she had such a bad camel toe that I was like, that could be something else.
A willy.
Yeah, and it was just her camel toe. And the worst part is she was wearing her own leggings from her own athletic brand.
Yeah, right.
So she was just a walking, talking advertisement for camel toes.
Big man on campus.
Yeah.
I see. There is more.
I should have cropped out her face and put it on.
Mm-hmm. So the conspiracy theorists will tell you that Michelle's a tranny. Let's start off with Joan Rivers. Joan Rivers is good.
I haven't heard this one.
She is no longer with us. She is.
What?
She's
Since
dead.
when?
She died from complications due to surgery.
Since when?
I actually don't know. I think it was a couple of years ago now. Just after this comment.
The first gay president or the first woman
we
president?
already have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
You know Michelle is a tramp.
I'm sorry, she's a what?
I love the way.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. I love that. She turns around like a fucking G.
Yeah. So resolute.
Oh, that's great. And then the conspiracy theorists will tell you about that, and then they will tell you that she's now dead. And then they will also tell you, why does Obama always refer to Michelle as Michael in speeches?
Yeah.
So I found 2. Here's one of them.
And men and women of the finest military in the world. Most of all, Admiral Mullen, Deborah. Michael and I also want to acknowledge your son Jack, who's deployed today. All of you have performed extraordinary service to our country.
So the allegation there is that he's referring to Michelle, and he said Michael. Well, yes.
Like, is it Michael?
Well, that's what I thought. So I took the speech out of context, and because this is not a great podcast, it's an average one, I didn't go and do any research. I thought it would be much funnier to wildly speculate. And that's it. And then there's also this on Bear Grylls.
I want to make sure he knows we're coming, or she.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if she's got some cubs, that's when you really got to work.
Yeah. You know what my kids asked me? They said, you've got to ask the president, does anything scare him?
You know, well, when Michelle's mad, I get worried.
My Michelle. my Michelle.
She can give me that tells me.
That's your survival instinct.
Tell me, but you know, I don't.
Damning evidence.
That's pretty damning.
Damning evidence.
That's pretty. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Ah.
But like, if he is gay and it is a man, why do we care? Like, just be honest.
Yeah. So that's the one thing. I'm like,
was America not ready for a gay black
he
president?
can't get back in either. He's done 2 terms.
Yeah.
It's over. Like, the horse is bolted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's done. Why don't you just come out?
Be honest, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's because they want Michelle to run.
Really?
Yeah, I reckon she'll run, for sure. I'd bet money on it.
Wow, that's an interesting point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. First transgender president of America.
Why not?
She won't
I
win.
love
I don't
it.
think she'll win. She's not going to win.
Why? Because she's a woman.
No.
She should come out as a man, then she'll win.
No, she won't win. I don't see that happening.
You don't reckon?
No, I don't see it happening. I think I know who's going to win. I'm not going to mention it on camera.
Who?
Trump's gonna
DJT?
win. Yeah, DJT.
Nah, not a
He's gonna
shot.
win.
Not a shot.
He's going to win.
Not a
I've
shot.
spoken to the Americans.
All of them?
All of them.
Fuck, that'd be a big
I spoke
room.
to 4 of them and they speak for the entire of
Yeah,
America.
okay. No, I don't think he's going to win.
The general consensus in America is that Trump is going to win.
I don't see it happening. I think they've got him embroiled at the moment.
Well, this is true.
In court cases.
If you imprison him, you can't run for presidency.
Yeah, I don't see him winning. Not a chance.
DeSantis doesn't have a shot, I don't think. I don't think he's very popular.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yep.
This is not a political
No.
commentary.
Well, it
show.
has become one.
Apparently. You
So...
can tell what our conversations are usually like.
Yeah.
Actually, we don't really talk about it.
No, we absolutely do
We
not.
don't talk about politics.
Nope. Nope. It's a fun lane, though. There's
It
nothing
is.
better than wildly speculating about a conspiracy
It's
theory.
fun to speculate,
Yeah.
but I don't think we like to get serious because at the end of the day, it's all poppycock.
Yeah. It's which now?
It's poppycock.
Might be for Michelle Obama.
Yeah, it's all, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's no point even
Mm-hmm.
caring about it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, look, I think we're all ashamed of something. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all got a secret. We're all ashamed of something.
Where are you going with this?
Barack Obama. Yeah, we're all ashamed of something.
Yeah, okay.
I secretly really like the Dixie Chicks, and I don't bring it up too often.
Hey now. They're called the Chicks.
Sorry, they're called the Chicks now. Yeah, just
What
tell
am I
everyone.
ashamed of? I'm going to think of something. I wish I had it prepared.
Probably me.
No, never. Only, no. No, I don't know. I don't think I'm ashamed of anything.
Really?
No, I don't think so. What's the point? I am who I am.
That's true. That's very true. Well, this was a fun lane.
Yeah.
But we're
What's
going to go
next?
back to parents for a minute.
Oh, okay.
It is 2023, and it is about fucking time that we start being more inclusive. I think on the podcast, we might get, like... What's going on? What?
Just listening. Just
Okay.
hearing things instead of kids playing. something
No,
like that.
no, we might get some oat milk in here, and we might get lots of inclusive, good, hippie-style things. I'm trying to... Anyway, this is a bad gag.
I don't know what you're trying to
I'm
say.
just going to get into the clip.
Okay.
We need to start raising our child for the times, and this
Okay.
video's going to help us get there.
What are some gender-neutral names for parents? Well, I'm glad you asked.
I see madness when I look into her eyes. His eyes. Their
say,
eyes.
oh
Their
my
eyes.
Every parent and every family is different from one another.
We're gonna have
So
some
give
haters
yourself
after
some
this.
time to figure out a name that works best for you and your family. But here are some names that y'all can try. You could go by your old surname or go by your first name. You could look into your heritage and see what they call mom, dad, and parent and go by that name.
Mom, dad.
You could go by guardian, which I
Guardian.
kind of like the idea of being
Guardian! Guardian!
like a guardian angel to someone.
You didn't let Nico out, did you?
You could go by Zaza, hey.
What?
Or you could go by Zari, hey. Or Mappa, hey. Or literally anything that makes you feel most comfy, hey.
Hey.
That was a lot. That was a tremendous amount.
I actually
think...
kind of like Zaza, but at the same time, I'm like...
What, for both of us?
Yeah,
How
not
do you
for both of us.
distinguish?
Like, what? Wait, wasn't that
Zaza,
Zari?
I'm coming! It's like when you have two
Zari
Moniques in
was-
the room.
Zari was non-binary. I don't know what Zaza was. Oh no, because it's genderless. So it, yeah. What about Zaza and Zazu?
I think...
That's brilliant.
Jesus. I think we get our son to call us both Comrade. Comrade?
Imagine when he's like a 2-year-old,
Comrade!
he's like, Comrade,
Comrade?
Comrade.
Comrade? Yes, Comrade?
No. Zaza and Zazu.
No, you reckon?
I'm set. Zaza and Zazu.
Yeah, right.
No, and Mama and Papa.
That's
let's go full gangster.
fucking how dare you. You cisgendered bigot.
No, I want it to be Mama and Papa because there's something underworld about it.
Underworld.
Yeah, like Papa. Papa's.
It's very Italian, isn't it?
Papa's
It's very
badass.
Italian mafia.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might just stick with something normal, I think. Or maybe, Comrade. Yep. So that was fun. What else we got here? Oh, yes. So, I realised last week that we haven't really been catering enough to our single audience. There's been a lot of us, both on the camera. Obviously, we're married, which I'm sure is a lot.
At one point, we were single.
Yes, at one point. And I didn't do too well at all when I was single. So I've been diving into some clips to see how I could have done better, because I can't give you any advice. And this first guy, I was struck by his confidence. I think he has it going on. I'm just going to play the clip, and you can make up your own decision.
Okay, Maya, 3 reasons we should date. 1, if you like what you see, then take it. 2, if you think that you'll be able to handle me, then that's on you. 3, you're cute as hell, and I'd love to have you on my arm. And here's a 4th reason. If you think that you'll be able to tame my inner beast, knock yourself out, girl. Thanks for watching, Maya. These are my reasons for you to date me. Peace.
Peace.
I need a part 2.
So I did some digging into that guy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Didn't work out?
No, they just met. They just met at the gym,
Yeah.
and he got her Snapchat.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. And then he just...
And he
messaged
sent
her.
her that.
Wow.
He tracked her down in the parking lot. And that was it. That's how he, courted her. Sent her that Snapchat.
I need a part 2. I need to know.
Yeah.
Are they dating?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe the confidence really got him. My favourite bit, I think, from that was he said 3 reasons and then
Yeah, I thought so too.
didn't give a reason.
What?
I was waiting for the reason.
Oh, yeah. And then he also...
And he
said
added a
nothing.
4th. Oh, by the way, bonus reason. But he said 3 reasons. What was the first one? It was... one of them was you're cute as hell.
Yeah.
That's a reason not to date him. Oh, that was rough.
What?
Well, that's not a reason. If I said, I'm going to give you 3 reasons why you should date me. You're cute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can handle this, then come get it. Oh, no. If you like what you see, come get it.
You take it.
Yeah, that's not a reason. If I said 3 reasons to date me, it'd be like, I have a job. I, own a house.
Yeah.
And I'm not a murderer. Those are my 3 those are things about me. Those are qualities
Take me
about me.
High standards.
Yeah. I liked his confidence, though. I reckon he'd make the second date.
I mean, we didn't find out.
Yeah. I thought he was a pretty cool dude. I liked him. And then also I found a guy who's sort of a he's like the Caesar Milan of women. Caesar Milan's the dog whisperer.
Okay.
He's the Caesar Milan of women.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm just gonna play, and I think you'll really, really like his advice.
I tell you what women want, bro, when they're upset. She wants a Jaeger bomb, okay? If she's a white girl.
Can I get a Jaeger? And I'm gonna go play the jukebox. I'll be right back.
Okay. Women want a red Solo cup and some Drake, bro.
That's all they want.
They don't want nothing else. Maybe
Everything he says, he laughs.
Maybe a little rave.
They certainly don't want solutions to their problems, bro. They don't. Try saving a girl's problem. Watch what happens. Listen to what I'm telling you. Women want a red Solo cup,
Pause
a
it.
shot of something.
I feel like I know that chick. Or
No, of
she
her or know her?
know her. She looks exactly like a chick I went to high school with.
Really?
Like identical.
She looks like
I'd
a yank.
recognize that nose anywhere.
Really?
Yeah. Anyway, keep going.
Interesting. Okay.
Some Drake, and they want to forget about everything. Okay? They want to forget about it. You're reminding them. Look on the bright side. Look how much you've accomplished.
This is the worst advice I've ever heard.
That's a really Bill Cosby thing to say. They want to forget about everything. Fucking hell. Come here. I'll make you a coffee. Come to my room, make you a coffee, and you'll forget about everything.
Accomplished. Like with a lisp and dude spitting all over. Look what you accomplished. Oh,
This guy's the worst.
No, I think he's tremendous.
He's the worst.
If for whatever reason we're not together anymore, you might leave me, you might think that there's something better out there. I'm going to take everything he said.
Literally.
Yeah. So women just want
Jaeger bombs and
a red
Drake.
cup and Drake. A red cup and Drake. I think he's tremendous.
He's not met a lot of women.
What do you mean he hasn't met a lot of women?
Yeah, he's obviously not met a lot of women. Or he's.
Have you
meeting
seen him?
some
Look at this.
type of
Look
women.
at him.
He's not attractive.
He's stunning.
He's not stunning.
He's stunning.
I think you'll find it's the way that he has his beard.
He looks like
trimmed.
DJ Khaled's cousin with a tapeworm.
I think if you shaved off that beard, it would be nothing special.
He has tremendous eyebrows.
Even with the facial hair, though, he's not.
Do you reckon those are hair plugs?
No, I think that's just what.
I think
he
he's
looks like.
bald, and I think that's either a wig or hair plugs.
Okay, but he's still not attractive.
I think he's stunning.
All right, well, I know what you like then.
He's a beautiful man. He has tremendous advice. Women don't know what they want. They want to forget. They want to have reef. And red cups and Drake.
That's it.
That's
End of
all
episode.
women want. So if you rock
you
up
get
with an
anything from this
iPod and a
episode-
plastic cup from Woolworths,
It's got to be red. Got to be the red.
sweet,
cup.
you're all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good. I like him. And we have some more from him. His name is, he's got a good name, which is definitely not made up. His name is Everett Overton.
Oh, yeah.
That's a real name. That's a real name.
Maybe it is.
And we have number 2 from Everett.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't he look stunning?
No, he's not beautiful.
I love that, like, sort of majestic lumberjack vibe. Like a lumberjack on, like, an island, though. Like, he's got really nice olive skin. I think he looks like the sort of man that would help you chop down a tree if you needed firewood. That's just the vibe I get. And he's a woman whisperer.
I think that he wouldn't want to ruin his perfectly manicured nails. He's the kind of man who gets a manicure. Now, he may not paint his nails pink, but he gets a manicure.
Actually, you're right. He's probably more the man that would teach you how to chop the tree down and would stand there, be like, I know how. I know how to. Sorry, camera just stopped working again. I know how to do this. I'm going to teach you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
And by the
I'll
way,
train.
here's a red cup and some Drake.
Uh-huh.
Let's
go.
No,
Let's
he's
listen
stunning.
to
He's
his words.
stunning. Look at him. Coach _EO.
I don't know if you're being serious or not.
Women, man, when they love you, when they love a man, when they're into a man, I'm gonna try to keep this PG, man. But when a woman loves you, she really loves you.
Wise words.
All over it.
This man
He knows.
Obviously knows.
He
what
fucking
it's
well
like to
knows.
love.
Yeah, he knows.
He's had a woman really.
Look, I think he gets it, and clearly you don't, for whatever reason. Maybe you're just threatened by his masculineness and his knowledge and the whole
His
sort of
masculineness.
the whole thing that's going on. Might just be a bit much for you.
I suppose so. I guess I just can't handle that kind of masculineness.
I think my favorite bit is listening to him laugh after everything he says.
Yeah, it's like that woman who goes, "Hey," a woman. Oops.
Oh dear. You bigot.
It's like that person who goes, "Hey," at the end.
Point of personal privilege. You're a bigot. No,
I tell you
listen
what
to the way he
women want,
laughs.
bro, when they're upset.
Can we not watch
Straight
that?
away.
A
He
Jaeger
laughs
bomb?
straight
Okay,
away.
if she's a white girl.
Can I get a Jaeger? And I'm gonna go play the jukebox. I'll be right back.
Alright,
Like, okay.
We don't have a jukebox anymore.
did we ever have a jukebox?
In the 60s, yep.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like us personally.
Yeah.
We never had a jukebox.
Yeah. He has a lot of followers.
Okay, I'm sure he does. Andrew Tate has a lot of followers.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean everything he says is right.
Mm-hmm.
What if people just like to laugh at his bad advice? It's
I
more
think they like his beard.
Okay, he does. I will say he has
He's a
smashing
handsome
beard.
man.
He has a smashing beard. Yeah, you
Smashing
should
beard.
get the name of his barber.
Yeah, right. Okay. I think he had good advice. Yeah, I think he had good advice. That's just
So
me,
you
though.
think for any single people watching, when a woman loves them, they really love them.
They really
love them.
Yeah.
But how do you get the woman to really love you?
My favourite bit was the pause, the laugh, and he said, I'm going to try and keep this PG. As if...
What was the alternative? Like, I'm curious.
Yeah.
What was the other? What was the MA version?
Yeah.
Is there like an unhinged version?
I think he didn't have anything to say.
I get that. I get that impression as well.
That's the sort of dude that wakes up in the morning and goes, I just wake up every morning and fuck, I love to piss excellence.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people like that out there. Wrapped up in their own...
What?
Actually, there's a couple of people today that have been wrapped up in their own sense of self-importance.
Who have we seen today?
Well, take when fucking Khaled.
Oh, I thought you meant
and then
today, like,
no,
in
in
our
the
day, and I
videos.
was like,
No,
who
this
have we seen
dude.
today?
This dude. And then there was, yeah, a lot of those videos. There's a lot of entitlement in them, and they think that everything that comes out of their mouth. If you ever pause and laugh before you're going to say something profound, you're a douchebag. Just so you know, you're a douchebag.
It sounds
You
so
should
rehearsed.
check yourself.
It sounds so rehearsed. It's like, if you need to, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Point proven.
No, but if
Yeah.
I forget what I was saying.
Me too.
He's a fucking flog. That's for fucking certain. Honestly.
You had me going there. I thought you were
No!
going to me.
Oh my god, really? No, not a chance. No, that's the sort of
Like,
dude.
I don't know you very well if you're rating his.
Nah, that's the sort of dude that wakes up in the morning, looks at himself in the mirror and goes, fuck, I'm wonderful. And then he sprays cologne on and goes,
Hang on. He probably has a little post-it note, puts it on his mirror every morning, says, I am beautiful, I am worthy, I am loved, women really love me.
no, it doesn't. It says, I'm beautiful,
at the end
comma,
goes,
ha ha ha, I'm loved, I'm worthy.
Yeah, he's done a lot of
I just stood on your
self-reflection
punchline.
to
I'm
get
sorry, I
there.
stood on
You
your
did. You stood
punchline.
on my punchline.
Please
You're the
continue.
comedian though, so it's fine. Yeah, he did a lot of work to get there. He journaled, he manifested, he meditated, he did all the things.
Read The Secret.
He read The Secret, and now he puts post-it notes on his mirror, and now he's self-actualized. And he got a really fucking kick-ass beard. That's
Yeah.
really what we're here for.
Yeah. And he worked it out. All women want is to forget. That's all women want. Remember, dudes, confidence and make sure your woman forgets. Your woman forgets.
woman.
Make sure she forgets. How was last night? Don't remember. I forgot. What happened? I went out with this guy. He had a really, really nice beard. He had a Ferrari. I think I saw rental papers in the Ferrari, but I don't remember
The rest.
anything after the rental papers. I think I saw him like pulling a bottle and a handkerchief. I don't really. Maybe he chloroformed. I don't know. Red Solo cup. I think he had Drake playing in the car. Yeah. Actually, when we got in the car, he said to me, "Hey, honey, we're gonna have a good time tonight." Well, I am. You're going to forget. Maybe that was a red flag. Maybe I should have got out of the car. Yeah. No, I like him. I like his style. I think we need to follow his story. I think he's one of those rare gems that we'll probably revisit.
Well, was that his Instagram? His whatever.
His
His
TikTok.
Instagram, his TikTok. So you have his TikTok now.
Yep.
So you can just sit
No,
there
I followed
and
him.
watch his. Okay, cool.
Absolutely.
Maybe we
Yeah.
should do part.
Well, I'm
part
at the
two
end of the
next week.
day, marriage is about pretending like, I think anyway, marriage is about pretending like you're still dating. So I want to keep things relevant in our marriage. And I am subscribed to a whole bunch of people that I feel they're putting advice out for young kids, but I feel like it's going to keep our marriage relevant.
I think you need to keep scrolling this guy's TikTok,
Mhm.
and then your guest tomorrow, I think you should feature one of his videos.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I wonder what my
I think
guest will
tomorrow's
think.
the perfect guest.
I think my guest might like him.
I think he might too. And
My
then he'll
guest-
he might listen to this episode and realize
He
what
might
we
work it
really
out.
think of him.
I don't think.
TikTok guy,
I don't
your
think.
guest.
I don't think my guest tomorrow listens to the Audacious Dutchman.
So either.
I know, because I said to him this week, "So have you been listening?" He said, "Yeah, like I'm a fan." And then I asked him a question specifically about something that happened in the last episode, and he made the answer up.
You should have asked him something that wasn't in the episode.
Yes, that's what I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I
What did you
modified.
ask? I'm curious.
I can't remember what it was. I was working at the same time, and I modified something that happened in the episode. I was, what did you think? Like, it was something along the lines of, "What did you think when I said this thing?" No, wasn't in the episode.
That's hilarious.
Like, I thought that was fantastic. Good. What do you reckon? What are the chances he comes on tomorrow?
It's about 40-60, 40 leaning not.
40
No,
not?
sorry, 60 not. 40.
Yeah, okay.
Was that the train?
Yeah.
Wow, we hear the train out here.
Mm-hmm.
All class where we live.
Yeah. I think
do
that's
that
it.
for me.
No,
Oh,
that's it.
videos.
That's all I've
Oh,
got.
wow.
Yeah.
I liked that amount. It was a good amount.
Yep.
There was some quality.
There was
I
some
think.
really good quality in
Yeah,
there,
I'm
wasn't
not
there?
sure which was my favorite, but
All of it. Honestly, that was tremendous.
tremendous. That's such a big word.
The last one was really good. The last one was really, really good. That's it though. We're at the end.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
Thanks for having me once again.
Huh?
Thanks for having me once again.
My pleasure.
For this
Have you got anything
spontaneous-
you'd like to plug?
No.
Business? Plug the business? You're not going to plug business?
No. I'm not really working right now.
Oh, okay. Alright then. Don't plug the business. I'm still trying to find someone to do an open mic. I think I will probably do it next Sunday. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Of course.
That's right. We probably can't take the kid though.
No, we can't.
We tried to take the kid to a bar last night, and they were like, "Yeah, you
It
can't
didn't
have a
work
kid in
out.
here."
I feel bad for them.
Yeah.
You know them.
We probably should have worked that out beforehand.
Yeah. We've taken him to a pub before. We took him to.
Thingo
Hop
in
Shop.
Frankston. Yeah,
Hop
yeah,
Shop.
yeah. Hop Shop's cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's it.
Cool.
Wrapping it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for watching. As always, today's episode was sponsored by Smart Yards. We still have to pay that gas bill, so just book us in. Because we got to pay the gas bill, and
Your yard looking smart. Call Smart Yard.
that's exactly right. She said it. Fantastic. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, and remember, women like red Solo cups. Solo cups?
Red cup.
Red cups. Sorry. I
And
don't know where
yoga.
Solo came from. And yoga and forgetting.
And Drake.
Peace.